So we had 2 little pieces of apple left. So instead of wasting them, because I just don't think they'll fit on the pie, we are going to share with the babies. They love their fresh stuff. There's 1, there 2, there 3. And we'll turn over their treat jar, treat bowl, and give it to them. Now they're all going to eat their nummies. Nummy, nummy, nummies. And off we go. Yes, how sweet babies. Eat your apples. We don't waste food at all around here. If it can't go to the goats or the chickens or the guineas or the ducks, it can go to the rats or rabbit. All right, now we're going to actually start putting this pie together. All right, so first, it says that we want to start our oven, of course. And this is just fruit fresh or any other, preservative type thing you have. I don't like lemon juice. I think it just makes it soppy and wet. So I use the fruit fresh, and then I don't have to worry about them turning brown. Okay, so scoot that over. Now, I have got 1 stick of butter. And you know what? We're going to use the one closest to us so we can actually reach it. Short arms and stuff. So, stick of butter. Once it is melted, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And then, once it's all good, we're going to put brown sugar, white sugar, and it doesn't call for cinnamon. I think that it needs cinnamon. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla at the end too, because just yum. So we're going to do that. And while that butter is melting, I'm going to start getting my lattice work ready. And I take help from the store. I know I could make my own, but why? When they have perfected it. If I can get it out of the roll. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to use just the basic pizza roller or pizza cutter. We're just going to roll this out. It's been in my fridge a little while, so it started to dry out a touch. Alright, and then we're just going to cut some pieces for the lettuce. Now, I have never done lettuce before, so we'll see what happens. Really different about this recipe as opposed to other recipes is you go ahead and do your lattice work before you put the good stuff on. So we're going to put the long ones across the top. And let's get some of the shorter ones for the side. Alright. And then we are just going to fold them over. One there. Stay on there. And then we're going to pull up these 2. And we're going to put one there. And then we'll pull up these 2. And let's do a long one. Put one here. And then there we go. I can actually scoot this one a little closer and put another one in. Here we go. And then we'll do this one a little closer, this one a little closer. That one right there. Alright, and then I'm just going to tuck the lattice in a little bit, because there's no point wasting it. tuck that dude right on in there. Okay, so we have our lattice work. And one piece left over, which is fine. We don't need it. There is our latticed pie. Now it's time to keep working on the mixture. So it said to melt your butter and then put in flour and make a roux. It's not actually roux because generally that's 50-50. And this is, you know, a half a stick of butter. But get it nice and smooth. So we want to form a paste, which it's a little bit of a liquidy paste. But that's okay. So it calls for there we go. Now it's thickening up a little bit. It calls for a 1/4 cup of water. But a lot of people said that they didn't need it because, you know, it puts off a lot. So I'm actually going to leave it out since that looks so liquidy to me. And now we just put the white sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon, because I wanted to, in here. And I can always add the water if I feel like we need to. But your sugars are going to melt down too. Yeah, I guess we do. We need that 1/4 cup of water. Alright, and we want to bring it to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer. So basically we're making a yummy caramel drizzle to put over top of this awesome thing. And since we're putting it over the lattice work, it's going to make this amazing crust as it melts in. Now I'm not going to add my vanilla until I take it off the heat because I don't want it to get all yucky. And I find that it doesn't get as yucky when you do it that way. Oh man, you've got to see that. Just how gorgeous does that look? And it smells amazing. Kind of, if anybody out there has heard of Cinnabon, that's kind of what this smells like. So I'm a fan already. All right, we are starting to bubble. Just a little bit. Thinking we want it to get a little more bubbly than that before we decide to drop it to a simmer. Yum. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. It's almost time for my favorite time of the year. Alright, so I'm going to turn it down, put it at a simmer, and when it gets a little bit thicker, it'll be ready to go. Gently pour the sugar and butter liquid over the crust. Pour slowly so that it does not run off. So here we go.
That just sounds good.
Uh-oh. Getting a little overzealous on my pour. And we want it to get, oh God. That's a lot of yummy sugar. Uh-oh. Starting to pour off. Oh my gravy. No, no. Get back in there. Get back in there. I'll make a little divot right there. It'll have somewhere to go. And over here, it's doing the same thing. Alright, so I'm messy, but we all knew that. Okay. Now that I've made a righteous mess, look at that. That looks amazeballs. Alright, so as soon as that's preheated, off we go to the races. Yummy. We'll be back. Well, the pie has come out of the oven and it looks so yummy and I cannot wait to eat it. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks.